All right. Hi, my name is Andy Lightfoot, and I'm making this video to talk about perspective and the shift that I notice occurring in my system when my stress response activates and when my stress response also deactivates, and the contrast between the two. When my higher mind operation, the prefrontal cortex part of my brain, it's like the frontal lobe part of my brain, the top part. This is a higher functioning part of my brain, right? The area of executive functioning. It's the last area to be developed. If you picture the brain growing outward, like from the center, from the core on outward. The prefrontal cortex, the higher functioning part of my brain, is the last developed. It's the highest operating, the most consciously intelligent part of my brain. It's the part of my brain capable of conscious operation. The area of executive function. I don't know how to. Maybe I've over-explained it or haven't even explained it at all. Yeah, it's the higher functioning part of the brain, the part of the brain that comes back online, like after an argument, after walking away from an argument with someone, and you suddenly think, "Oh, I wish I would have said blah 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 blah. That would have been awesome." Right? This is the prefrontal cortex waking back up. So this is the part of the brain I'm talking about. This part of the brain turns off and on. Its survival mode is primary. Survival mode is the underlying driver of our system. We survive. It's called our limbic brain, and it works on impulses. It's irrational. It's what it cares about is survival at all costs, and it runs on familiarized pattern. We have a stress response that we're born with, but we also develop patterns throughout life. Whether we're conscious that we're developing these patterns or they're developed unconsciously. And most of the time they're developed unconsciously. So what I want to do and what I practice doing is I practice patterns that help default to deactivating my stress response system, like behavioral patterns that allow me to calm my stress response system so I can regain my perspective in the world. Understand where we are at any given time. Each of us is taking up one partition of human space on the surface of the planet, spinning at approximately 1,000 miles per hour, traveling 67,000 miles per hour around the sun, and yet we perceive ourselves as perfectly still. Wow. And we also have a survival system that runs on emotions, and when the emotions are running intensely enough, our perspective collapses. Our perspective of the world and ourselves in it collapses down to the most immediate pain point. And both perspectives are valid. So what I want to do is dissect what's happening in my system when my stress response activates. Because my body is a survival-based organism. I have survival patterns that keep my body alive. We all do. And the survival patterns that keep my body alive are not always conducive to higher mind thought. And I want to restore this part of my brain, this functioning part of my brain, as quickly and efficiently as possible. Just like waking my foot and leg up If I've been sitting in a chair and my leg and foot had fallen asleep and I get that tingle in it, that agonizing tingle, this is like stepping on the ground, putting pressure on my foot and waking my foot up more quickly and efficiently, but doing this with my mind to regain perspective of the world, regain perspective of myself, regain perspective of my problems, regain perspective of other people, regain perspective of other people's problems, and realizing that no matter how much pain I'm going through, there is someone else who's experiencing more and is grateful for being alive, experiencing more. And there's countless people of countless generations before us, and the earth is very old. In our comparative minds, we think, I think like, my grandparents, my great grandparents, and then it's like start losing count of the generations, and but really, like, there's a lot of people that have been here, and we live in an age that's pretty comfortable compared to what they lived through for the 99.99 whatever percent of time we humans have been developing on this planet. So now, I mean, if you look back just 100 years, there was like a lot of the comforts and amenities we have did not exist. Cell phones? Nah. Computers? Nope. I don't know the specifics of air conditioning and cars and when the roads are paved, but it wasn't that long ago. In the grand scheme of our collective developing, evolving humanity, like, this stuff just happened. We still have the physical wiring, the DNA wiring passed along from all the influence of hunter-gatherer tribal settings in this modern world we built for ourselves. And we have a survival system that is built for the tribal setting, but we're experiencing it being activated in this modern society that we built for ourselves. And it's activated chronically and continually, and people develop psychological issues because of it. And the constant agitation of this system is something that we can be aware of and keep in our minds our conscious intention to regain a sense of present moment awareness as an anchor, as the steady place that we can always return to, right here, right now, in presence. Before the thought-based mind has a chance to run into the future or the past, we're observing it and simply sitting with it, allowing it to run, just observing it running and bringing it back into presence. This is what we can get good at doing, and regaining our sense of perspective in the world, like ourselves taking up one partition of human space on the surface of a planet spinning approximately 1,000 miles per hour, traveling approximately 67,000 miles per hour around the sun, and yet I perceive myself as perfectly still. And I also have the survival mind that runs on emotions and can run into thought-based scenarios, generating countless possibilities of things to run my stress system over and about. Yeah, both perspectives are valid. Presence is what we can return to. Realize presence. God bless you. I wish you a healthy healing journey, and thank you for your support.